Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is Beginner's Mind. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and for inspiration, I'm using articles from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort. So today's topic is on Beginner's Mind, and what I'm going to do is read the article. And if something new occurs to me, I will comment on it, and also I will do a summary at the end. Shirley MacLaine once talked about taking a dance class after years of having been a professional dancer. She found it challenging because it took her back to the basics, and she had gone on to develop all sorts of shortcuts to various moves and steps during her career. It reminded me of my recent experiences participating in an online event. I read the book quickly, thinking, yeah, I know all this, and rolled my eyes during the first class with how elemental people's questions seemed to be. I've been doing this work and teaching it more than half my life. Been there, done that, I thought. Then I decided to reread the book a chapter at a time on the day the class was held. I started to have some very profound realizations. Also, during each of the subsequent classes, someone would make an observation or relate a story that either echoed what I'd been thinking or illuminated a new insight. It reminded me that even kindergarten can be re-experienced at a deeper level. It was my ego that rolled its eyes and thought, been there, done that. And it's ego that feels like it already knows it all. Over the last several years, I've been offering life transformation classes, and about a third of my students had taken classes from me 8 or 10 or even 15 years before. Although some of the basics are the same, the classes are different in that I've added 8 or 10 or 15 years of new awarenesses to them, and they've evolved over time. New techniques have been added, and new topics have been incorporated, and the courses now go to a more advanced level than ever before. Also, the students themselves have grown and changed so that their learning experiences have been deeper as well. Whenever I feel like I've mastered basic metaphysical techniques, opportunities arise to expand my practice of them. 3 years ago, I made the decision to teach everything I knew and formed the first year-long life transformation class. And then in the 11th month, I took a seminar that tipped everything I knew on its side. And in order to fully open to this new quantum way of being, I had to set my ego aside, along with my preconceived notions of how to do energy work. And even now, years later, with all this experience under my belt, I find it helpful to approach each session with a client with a beginner's mind. And when I sense that I don't know what I'm doing, I actually know that I'm doing it right because I'm opening up for the universe to make profound transformation. I invite you to notice that when you're rolling your eyes and thinking that you already know something, take a closer look at whatever it is. It could be your ego blocking you from your own truth. Nothing is ever what it originally seems to be nowadays, and there's always room to go deeper. So I did write this a while ago. Now, some profound things that I have noticed is that besides a beginner's mind and a sense of curiosity and wonder in the world, another characteristic is to be improvisational. I used to be very rigid about my meditation practice and it had to be specific things done in an identical way. And what I've found with this consciousness shift, the shift to 5D or whatever you'd like to say it is, it requires doing things spontaneously and sporadically and in a different way than what you're used to doing, because it opens to a new experience. Now, as consciousness, we are infinite knowledge. In this physical form is where things are brand new. And really, the youngest of us might be the most experienced coming into form. So I invite you to play with this idea, approach each day with a beginner's mind, and see what kind of transformations that happen in your life. And if you have any questions or observations, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I love reading your comments. Also, if you're looking at this on YouTube, there's a free technique for you called the skybox technique for you to play with and see how that transforms your perspective on things. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I do individual sessions where I can take a look at the essence of who you are and answer any questions that you might have. If you want to learn how to do this for yourself, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and check out my coaching special, which is full of techniques for you to transform your life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another morning musing.